Welcome back for Tuesday's edition of movement. We are going to start the same way we start every single day. 10 belly breaths. I like to do them laying on my back, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, we're just mentally trying to declutter our space so that we give ourselves the permission to be present for the next 30, possibly 45 minutes, right? We're looking for at least that 30-minute window just for you. I get it, if you've got to manage toddlers and dogs and all those other things as well, do what you can with what you've got. Once we've done those 10 belly breaths, we're going to go into 20 jumping jacks. So jumping out, arms going up and through. If for any reason, if that's too much on your knees, we can always do a feet together jumping jack. It's fine, right? Again, work with what we've got. We're going to do 20 jumping jacks. From there, we're going to go into 10 total lateral step-ups. A lateral step-up means we're simply going to the side. Again, I've got my handy cooler out. If we've got a chair, a bench, a stair, whatever, it doesn't have to be anything super crazy, but I'm going to laterally come to the side and extend all the way up. 1, 2, and we're going to do 5 on each leg. I would do 5 on your left, 5 on your right, or 5 on your left, 5 on your right. I wouldn't try to alternate because then, you've got this like weird step over thing that happens. So don't worry too much about that. From there, we're going to loosen up our lower back with a scorpion. So the scorpion, essentially, when I'm laying on the ground, I'm going to tee open, opposite heel's going to roll to that opposite wrist. We'll look as follows, teed open, opposite heel, we'll roll to that opposite wrist, each direction. Woo, watch out for the stroller there. We're going to do 10 in total, or 5 each direction to get those 10 scorpions. We're going to do that for a total of 3 rounds. So the 3 rounds are going to be the jumping jacks, the step-ups, and the scorpions. From there, we're going to break out our dumbbells as well as our clock. So we're going to use our dumbbells for 2 of the movements today, just a single dumbbell, and every minute on the minute. So we've got 18-minute running clock, 3 different movements. We're going to do 1 movement each minute. In that first minute, we're going to do mountain climbers. So we're going to go into a high plank position. Wrist, elbow, shoulder are going to stack. From here, my toes going to come in and touch. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not so much worried about the number of reps that we get. We're just going to go for 30 seconds of continuous work. We then get a 30-second rest. So enjoy that built-in rest. You're welcome. Our second movement, we're going to do a sumo deadlift with a dumbbell. When we talk sumo deadlift, we're taking our heels outside of our hips. Ideally, we'll be able to keep those knees tracking out to the toes as we sit back and down. So if we look at it from the side, what we're looking for is that wide foot position. Again, knees are going to track out over toes, and we're going to sit back into the heel. So we've got this nice vertical shin. My knees are nice and open. From there, I'm going to use my dumbbell. I'm going to set it up along the body. My hands are going to come underneath the dumbbell. Again, our big priority is making sure that my knee is over my ankle. If I go too wide, when I go into this position, you can see now my knee is inside of my ankle, too wide. So bring that back in. Just means I've got some room for improvement in my mobility. So from here, I'm going to head into the bottom of this deadlift position, or some people will call this the bottom of a sumo squat. We'll stand hip fully extended at the top, and then touch and go. We're going to do 15 total reps. We then rest the rest of that minute. Our last minute, we're going to bring our feet into that more narrow stance, or kind of air squat position, heels outside of the hips. From there, my hands, again, we're going to hold the head of the dumbbell. We'll deadlift up. Hips are going to go back and through. Today, we're going to do 20 Russian swings. We then rest the rest of that minute. You should have a little bit of work, rest every minute. If you need to adjust that because you are finding that you have too much time to get movement in, so say you're going over 45 seconds, certainly cut that back. If you find that you aren't taking enough time, so if I'm getting everything done in 15 seconds, go ahead and increase the volume as well. So adjust as needed. Once we finish that 18 minutes, we are then off the clock for the workout, and we're going to do some stretching. So today's finisher is going to be a 1-minute pigeon, and the pigeon sometimes is called a figure 4. easiest way to get into it, from this tabletop position, I'm going to reach one foot back. Ooh, got a little hanger there. We're going to reach one foot back. Opposite leg will come across the body. From there, we'll sit down onto the forearm. So we've got 1 minute on each side of this pigeon. And then we're going to do a folding forward V. So I'm going to V open my legs, or a straddle. From here, I then am just going to let my chest fall forward. So I'm not worried about getting this big rounded back and reaching out as far as I can. I just want to think about toes are going to stay up towards the ceiling. And I'm just going to start to let that chest naturally pull forward a little bit for 2 minutes. Once we've done that, we are done for the day. We'll see you guys for Wednesday.